The Monkey Game saga, arguably one of the darkest points in the Indian cricketing history. We're talking about a team which, if not the best, was definitely one of the best teams that India has ever produced. That team had players like the God, the Wall, the Prince, the very special VVS Lakshman, Virender Sehwag, and Anil Kumble. This was also the time where there was no IPL and the rivalry and the sledging by the Australians were at its peaks. Australian media was completely ruthless in the lead up to the series, and Anil Kumble was given the captaincy of the Indian cricket team. And he was asked many tough questions as to how the Indian batsmen will play the bouncers which they are susceptible against this Australian pace attack. Kumble tried to refuse all the banters and instead focused on towards the cricket. Series started with the Melbourne Test, popularly known as a Boxing Day Test match. India lost this match pretty badly by margin of 337 runs. Barring Sachin and Saurav, all others failed to make an impact. This was also followed up by a very bad news that Zahir Khan, who was the premier fast bowler of the Indian cricket team, was out of the squad for the remaining series of the Border Gavaskar Trophy.
Second test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy 2007-8 series. Uh, Um, since we know there is a tradition in Australia that the New Year test is at Sydney, which starts at January 2nd. So there was a pressure built up on Team India that they lost the first test at Melbourne. It was actually very hammering loss. So the pressure was on Indian bowling to perform as the batting was doing well, but it was the lack of bowling which was not at par. Australia actually they batted first. They had a collapse, but they still managed to score that amount of runs because some rash decisions. Obviously, we all know Steve Buckner, how his decisions are. You no need to actually tell about him.
We have some legit footage on YouTube. You can now go and search. The people are just trolling him. And there was one decision where he gave Sachin out when he was hit on his pad outside the off stump.
A few moments later.
Hayden getting really excited there. I think he thought he was going to get his third. Oh, that's close. Too much bounce. Too much bounce. It nipped back. Oh, he's given him. Oh, no.
Clearly saying that it was not out. Commentators, I'm just telling you the impact of the decision. Commentators who are out of the field, they could see on the screens and they were very sure it was not out, but still he gave out.
This match, I think so, it could have been India's way if the decisions went. Still, they were all out at 463 runs. Now it was time for India to actually.
One quick fact: Simons, who was the man of the match in the second test, he was out in the initial phase of his innings when Ishant Sharma got him out.
In the eye of the storm, the same storm that's going to be brewing at the end of this test match, well, this is as far as what happened on the field. Andrew Simons. It all started with this caught behind of an enthusiastic Ishant Sharma who was fairly certain. Most people in the stands heard the nick, and once again the snicko and all the audio that we heard there suggested that he definitely got a nick. Simons was on 30.
So clear that he nicked the ball, but still he was given not out. That was so funny, and he went on to score 162 runs. That costed India the first inning lead. Otherwise, they would have been packed under 300. Go on.
Against Aussies, we all know that Sachin and Lakshman are the only two batsmen. We have faith on them that even if the top order collapses, they can manage that one. Sachin, to our expectations, was true. He came and he conquered that one.
सचिन सबका बाप है.
Also, in the past, every time you must have observed that it's the tailenders that always trouble us. We always get out the top order batsman, but it's always difficult to remove the tail. Harbhajan entered the field. When he came to bat in, there was absolutely madness in the field. Absolute madness. Means all the Aussies were over him. They wanted to put pressure on him because they knew that if they can get into the mind of Harbhajan, they can manipulate him, and he might get in out in trying to give them an response.
Fact that a tailender came in with Sachin and they strung a partnership. They couldn't digest it. So that's why they went on to give him proper banter, the Aussie banter. And you know Harbhajan is our Punjabi guy. They are equivalent of the Aussies in India. You know that. They won't stay back. And
Bhaji becomes Bhaji, it's actually difficult to stop him. He is an absolute character, man. Actually, also he was having a good luck, man. He was all striking through the middle of the bat in that innings. Actually, you must have observed also this one also that Ponting was a big bunny of Harbhajan. Every time Ponting came into bat, he used to just get out by seeing Bhaji's face only. It was just appearing that Ponting was out itself at the dressing room itself.
yeah,
He didn't
yeah,
need to come to bat. He was out at the dressing room itself. That's why Ponting was actually fierce against Bhaji. He was trying continuously to get into his mind. He was just surrounding the stump, the wicket keeper near the wicket keeper. There was Adam, there was Hayden, there was Simons, there was Clark. Continuously, they were chirping near Bhaji's ears, trying to manipulate him, but still he managed to score good runs.
yeah, he
It,
ultimately, but the thing which they planned and they executed it so properly, it ultimately went into his head and he got out at 63. Sachin even spoke about it, like he was
yeah,
trying to
actually,
stop him
he
as as
actually
good.
deserved a century that match. Anyone who must have seen that match would definitely tell that India posted a really good score. Getting a lead of 100 odd runs is
Discuss this.
not a small
we
thing.
I mean, Indian team was in a proper shape until and unless Ponting gave the ball to Clark. You remember that scene, right? The last three
Really
wickets that followed
anticipated
in a
that
single over.
we have
It
managed
was,
to draw this one, and we are about to just 1 or 2 overs. We will complete this game. It's our game. Australia can't defeat us. We are all over.
Got him! Yes, he has! That's a big one! So Harbhajan's gone, Clark's done the damage, and it's 8 for 210. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Gone! He's on a hat trick! Traction forward, a spin and a straight. He doesn't want to go, but that's out. Gone! It's over! Clark's done the damage! Australia win! What a performance!
put things into perspective. These were the days when even when you draw a test match, you were like winning it, because that tough was the period where you have teams which are very equal. And talking about this current situation where you have two, three good teams and the rest are just below average teams, where you get a basic result. And even the visiting teams are so bad that India, which was the number one team, it went to South Africa, it lost there 2-1. It went to England, it lost 4-1 there. And it went to Australia, and we know how it won there. And then in New Zealand, they lost 2-0. So today we haven't managed to win a series in England after that, which Indian team did.
No, actually, there's a difference between a captain and a leader. There's a
Yeah.
clear difference. We can say Virat as a captain, but we can't actually say that he is a leader now. At coming back to the Sydney Test, where the storm was all set to begin, but actually in the second innings, where India came into bat, India were actually in a mood to save the test match. They were in no mood to win that one. We all knew that it's impossible actually to win that match. It was just to it actually if you draw a match, still it's a moral victory.
Yeah.
If you actually there is a glass. If there is some water, it's upon you to decide that the glass is half filled or it is half empty.
Yeah. 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 Very good point. Yeah.
So, according to that perspective, actually the wrong decisions which were given by Steve Buckner actually came in at that point. In those days, if you recall, in today's day, the umpire gives a soft signal before referring it to the third umpire. But in those days, the umpire used to ask the opinion of the player whether it's out or not.
Go at Lords against England. One was Rahul Dravid, the other man Sourav Ganguly. Now once again, there was an issue of interpretation here. He was caught by Michael Clarke. Sourav Ganguly stood his ground. And there were two instances here. One, did he scoop the ball off the half volley? And number two, was he in control of the catch when he rolled over and the ball hit the ground? Well, lots and lots of questions to be asked over there. And right at the end, we've talked about first, second, third and fourth there. And right at the end...
Days, the broadcaster was Star Sports in India, and in Australia it was Channel 9. And if you try to search it somewhere on the internet, that Channel 9 didn't give any review, not review, no, replays. It didn't give any replays. Just after when a wicket falls, we must have seen the replays in India. Star Sport was showing it, but Channel 9 was not showing it. They were doing clear nuisance. When we thought that Saurav's edge was the only wrong decision, then came the most desired decision. That was of Rahul Dravid. When the ball just brushed off his pads.
Rahul Dravid was looking like building yet another wall on the fifth day to take India to an honourable draw. And here it was. Absolutely nothing in it apparently, but the Buckner finger went up again, and the replay clearly suggesting that the bat was nicely hiding behind the pad. A little nick off the pads, into the gloves, all the Aussies going up, and that was the end of Rahul.
Not to take anything away from Michael Clarke, he was superb. Those were the perfect left-arm orthodox deliveries that he bowled, and good. It was that kind of a day when everything was stacked against Indian team. We can
2,000 years later.
Actually, day 4 of the test match, when the storm was about to begin in India, the then Team India media manager was Dr. N.V. Sridhar, and the team manager was Chetan Chauhan. So the N.V. Sridhar called upon the Indian journalist to convey news that it was actually a big news that Harbhajan Singh was banned for 2 matches on charges of racial comment. The punishment was of very high degree. Banning him for 2 matches was actually big.
Let me just give you a small example. After this whole sandpaper incident that took place in South Africa, according to the ICC protocols, they were banned for just 3 test matches. And Bhaji was even banned for that. So you can imagine the amount of punishment. It was a critical offense. Just to make things clear here out, we are not justifying whatever happened. Rather, we are just putting out facts, whatever happened.
मेरे को इस बार रिक्स लेने का ही नहीं है, बिल्कुल रिक्स नहीं लेने का है, पता है? पुलिस ने
somehow tried to focus on the day 5 because they knew they had to draw the match. So they thought that it's better to talk after the match ends. So the day 5 ended. India lost the match, and as usual, we know after the match ends, there is a press conference where captains from both the teams. Anil Kumble's most famous statement.
Yes.
till today, if someone recalls that statement, they can say it even in their dreams also. It's
Yeah.
that famous.
Yeah, and just to make things clear, Ponting, who was the captain of the Australian team, did not agree that there was injustice.
Okay, only one team was playing with the spirit of the game. That's all I can say.
Absolutely no doubt about this match being played in the right spirit. Yeah.
You know, I've played my cricket very sincerely and very honestly, and that's the approach my team takes on the field, and I expect that from the Australians.
So to put this point that there was no IPL at that point of time. Imagine the IPL being there at that point of time, and players fighting among themselves, and you imagine how they are going to play in the IPL again, how they are going to show their face, how they will play, how the camaraderie will be between.
2,000 years later.
Third test begins. Actually, the onus was on Team India to win this one, not because to level the series, but also it was a moment for self-pride. If it was also in this test match, Harbhajan was not present. It also need to be put on that Harbhajan was not playing. The ban was on. He was not playing.
Yeah.
So then the test
Yeah.
begins.
One thing. Just imagine the situation. We lost Zahir Khan, the premier fast bowler that they took in the series, and the best spinner that they took, Harbhajan Singh. Both were.
बे साले तभी मेरा माफ करना गुस्से में इधर उधर निकल जाता हूँ.
That's where lies the greatness. They had the willpower to say that even if we don't have our two main bowlers, we'll still go and fight in the field. That's what made Anil Kumble the leader he is. Continue.
Also, to recall one point that when in 2004 when India toured Pakistan, Javed Miandad made a comment that bowlers like Irfan Pathan are found in our gully. So
Yeah.
To put him a slap in this match, Irfan Pathan was the man of the match for his 46 odd runs, and he took 5 wickets.
Yes.
Panja khol diya.
A few moments later.
And one other thing, in 2006 series to the Pakistan, he took 3 wickets in the very first over, shutting their mouths. Javed Miandad, fuck you.
Edge and accepted. It's Rahul Dravid who picks up a neat catch. And India are off the mark.
All the 3 deliveries extremely good from Pathan. Just marginally short on the couple of occasions, not making the batsman play. But this was a minor adjustment in length with great deviations. These are good conditions to bowl around the off stump, forcing the batsman to play ahead it. And a good low catch by Rahul Dravid, the slipper, the captain. The early breakthrough is what India wanted. That
Bit of cloud cover has enveloped the National Stadium, Karachi. Oh, close enough to call. I think it is close enough to call, and he's gone. What a good delivery. Perfect line, swing, direction, and the result was a perfect one for the left armour.
the Indians would have realized from the last game that Yunus Khan was a good candidate for leg before. He was out leg before to RP Singh in the 190s, and here first delivery, what a great one. Good delivery, pitching in line, just a bit of swing, and wickets with consecutive deliveries. India.
Look at that field. We got rid of Yunus Khan with a lovely in-dipper. What will this ball be? Oh, Boland has got a hat-trick. Second Indian to take it. What a delivery. It's become a star again.
Because actually that situation, both Lakshman and Sachin scored good runs. Perth Test was always going in favor of Team India.
Yeah.
Go on with the stats. Wait for 1 second. We actually forgot to mention actually the meeting which took place at night.
Yeah.
After the end of the second test. It was actually the meeting was at night. The match referee was Mike Proctor. He was the match referee. He called on both the umpires. One was Steve Buckner and another was Mark Benson. Yeah, Mark Benson. Both the umpires were called on from India. Both also there were representatives from both Team India and Team Australia. Match referee was trying to actually ask Bhaji whether he told anything of that sort, that whether he said monkey or something like that. But Bhaji said he didn't say anything that kind, and even if he has said that, he would have agreed on it. But then Sachin gave an insight that Bhaji never said of that kind. I was there at the time of Bhaji. I was batting. I was at the non-strikers end. Both Ponting and Gilly, they were trying to sledge Bhaji, but Bhaji never responded to them. So here everyone needs to remember that it was Aussies who started this. It was never started by Bhaji.
Yeah.
We all know Bhaji as a furious one, but in this situation, he was not the aggressor. He was actually very calm one.
He was a calm one because he had the God besides him. God was always there with him. He was guiding him. He was like, Bhaji, ठंडा हो जा, मैच जीत जाएंगे, तब हम इनके बारे में देखेंगे. We know the story that Bhaji came up with, where he was like, मैंने तो monkey नहीं बोला, मैंने माँ की आंख पैर कुछ भी हो सकता है, मैंने वो बोला था. And it is so relatable. You just think. When you say, suppose I say you are Simons and I'm Bhaji and I'm saying maa ki, and if you say it so loud, it feels like it's monkey. Seriously. Yeah, go.
Monkey बोला था वैसे भजू?
मैं बताया ना कि मुझे अंग्रेजी नहीं आती है, मैंने माँ की बोला था. और दरअसल तो मैं उसने अगला वर्ड सुना ही नहीं. मैंने बोला माँ की आँख, तो माँ की नाक, कुछ भी हो सकता था अगला वर्ड, वो उसने सुना ही नहीं.
Even in today's days, if any of the player, it may be Virat, it may be Rohit, anyone, if someone abuses, he is fined 20%, 30% match fees, but not a racist charge or some kind of like 2 matches ban. It's really huge.
Before this match, in the Sydney match, Australia were on a streak of wins, 16 wins to be precise. And previously,
actually that's a nice point.
Yeah, under Steve Waugh also, they were on a streak of 16 matches. And if you guys remember, one of the best matches ever to be played in Test cricket, the epic partnership of Rahul Dravid and Lakshman, that match broke their record. Steve Waugh's captaincy records of 16 wins on a trot, and this Perth match broke the record of 16 match record.
Also, we don't need to talk much. It was not that of great importance, but the most important thing was the thing which was going to take place after the match got ended. So the hearing was about to take place on the day 5 of the test match. India, it was all clear that this match was going to be a draw. So nothing much was expected in respect to the match. But all were glued to the TVs just to know that whether Bhaji said it or not, whether we will get the justice or not, whether we will again get the chance to take the revenge or not against the Aussies. This was actually the verdict came in favor of India, and Bhaji was fourth test. He has not said any kind of racist comment or any kind of abuses to Andrew Simons. He knew that Bhaji was innocent. He getting proved as innocent was the biggest victory, if we have to pick from this series. Though we lost this series, but if you see the brighter side of this thing, Bhaji was the brighter side.
Yeah, Bhaji was the brightest side. We lost the series, but just to clear things out, if India had won the second test match, which India lost due to bad umpiring, we would have won the series. Then we would have 2-1. It was 2-1.
And also to remember this, that until that time we had not won any series in Australia. It was in 2018 that we won our first series in Australia. So if we had won that series, then things could have been different. The records could have been different. All in all, everything would have been different.
Everything would have been different, but personally, I like and I believe that was a better series than the 2018 one. I know India won it. I know Pujara batted well. I know Virat captained well, and I know our pace battle was epic. But that series was one. It was one, you say, like you can
one hell of a series.
Yeah, one hell of a series. It had all the ups and downs, perfect drama, and the most important thing is the whole team played as one. And for one person, it showed us that we Indians will always stick to a guy if we believe in him.
It also showed that there are not only 11 persons who are battling out in the field. There are 1.3 billion people behind them who will stand for them, who will fight for them. So on this point,
personally, that's my favorite series till now. I know India has traveled to England and won it there. I know Australia, they won it in Australia in 2018. But personally, that was the most satisfying series for me. The second half, the first two matches were not good for India, I know, but the third and the fourth match were perfectly planned and perfectly executed.
Before wrapping this, we shall say that everything happens for the greater good. Even though we lost the series, even though there was a lot of controversy, but there was a faith that we can win in Australia, which came from the Perth Test victory. We have won. I know we have won it in Adelaide. That Dravid's double 100 was a great match. We have won on previous occasions, but this victory was something of different level, which gave us the faith that we can win. So with this, we would like to sign off.
Yeah, cool. Peace.